Hi everyone. I'm just gonna wait just maybe a minute to make sure that everyone who wanted to join is able to join. And I'm also recording this session just so that you are aware. I did ask if everybody could just mute while I do the sort of presentation, but if you do have any questions, please feel free to put them in the chat box. And whilst I'm going through everything, I will obviously look at that and see how we're getting on. Hope you've all had a really good summer. It seems like such a long time since I've seen all of your lovely children and teenagers. I'm sure you've had a nice time. Um, we are about to go. Okay, so we'll start with the 10 of you. Okay, so yeah, 25, 26, a big year for a lot of you. I have a lot of people by the looks of it that are in year 10 and 11 that have joined this evening, but if you're not, that is also fine. We will be going through, just gonna let some more people in. Okay. Here are the things we're going through today. Just some introductions because there's some new people that haven't met me before and also haven't been to the classes before. So those of you that know me, you probably know all this stuff. We might learn some new things about me. We're going to go through the location of where we are. It hasn't changed, by the way, just kind of parking and that kind of thing. Key dates, equipment needed. I've made an app which I'm going to be running through today. If it works, hopefully it does. And some communication things, services that I offer, and any questions as well. So this is about me. So I have been all about education basically for my whole life. And I have a range of experiences from primary school all the way through to secondary, A level, university level. I suppose the most important part is that I'm a fully qualified teacher, that I've taught in schools, that I am
No,
currently
give you 10 minutes.
that I'm currently a chair of governors as well. So I keep my kind of toe into what is happening in education. I've taught in both primary and secondary, and I've also got a lot of qualifications in supporting students with ASD, ADHD, and mental health disorders, which is something I am passionate about as well. So obviously I teach English, maths and science at GCSE level, but I also teach sociology, English literature and psychology at A level as well. The groups that you guys have signed up to are Key Stage 3 or GCSE classes. So I'm going to run through those with you now. These are the things that you might see if you come to my classes, lots of people sitting down and working. We're actually at the Bushy Met Club. I've been there for a couple of years. I really like the team. A lot of them are ex-police officers, so I feel really safe. So your teenagers are really safe there with me. And it's a nice, lovely environment. It looks a little bit more professional than a school classroom environment. So that's the other reason why I quite like it. Just a quick note about the Bushy Met Club. So obviously it's by Costco. A lot of you live around Bushy, so you'll know where that is. You do just have about 5 minutes grace period before they start to issue fines. And I want to just make sure that you're fully aware of that because some people got fined last year and it's really hard to get rid of those fines. If you do exceed it, you might be issued with a fine. So you could just pay the parking if you're going to stay or wait around, or they have a gym there and lots of things, and it's only 20 to 30 pound a month. I couldn't call them today to find out, but it's around that a month if you just want free parking. So if your child or teen does go to Queen's, that might be a good option for you anyway. Okay, so this is the way the classes are looking. This is how the classes are looking this year. So we're sticking to the days as before. I have had to split the year 11 class for English into two sessions. They're going to be exactly the same talk content, but my reason for doing this is I looked at my class list today and it was getting a bit big. So I've introduced a year 11 GCSE English class at 6:40, as well as one at 5 o'clock. So if you were coming anyway at 5 o'clock last year and you want to stay in that class, that's absolutely fine. But I am encouraging some people to move into the 6:40 class. There's no difference in what you're going to be learning. I just want to keep the classes small, and I'm sure you guys want me to keep the classes small as well. We've got a year 10 English class as well. And then on Wednesday, we've got science. So that year 9, 10 class is mixed with the age groups, because in year 9, they start to learn paper 1, and in year 10, they continue learning paper 1 content. There's not much differences between what I'm actually going to be teaching. For year 11, that is 550 to 640, and that will be going through loads of different things for science, focusing on lots of exam technique. And I'm really happy that we've got a full class for that one, because I really, really love teaching that class. For maths, we have a new teacher. Some of you would have met him last year if you were doing English. His name is Dylan. He loves maths. On my website, I've put up a bio all about him. He's been a member of Mensa since he was 4 years old. Maths is his thing. He got 100% in pretty much all his maths GCSE papers and A-level papers, and he just loves maths. He's really friendly, really approachable, but likes to put maths in a bit of a wider context, which is perfect for Key Stage 3 maths to get the kids really excited about maths. I am going to be teaching the higher GCSE maths at 5 o'clock, whilst Dylan is teaching the 5 o'clock Key Stage 3 maths. And then we've got the foundation GCSE maths after that. At the bottom there, as you can see, I have not finalised the holiday times yet for the GCSE revision sessions, but I will be doing that by the end of this month. There'll be some in October in preparation for the December mocks. And those December mocks are so important if you're in year 11, because they go onto your college and sixth form applications. So that's why it's so important that we get that all organised. And then there'll be revision passes in the February half term, May half term, Easter half term, and that is all of them. So it's a solid 9 months if you choose to. You don't have to come to the extra revision classes. Some of them will also be applicable to the year 10 students. So if you want a little bit of a boost, maybe in May half term for those paper sort of ones, just before your end of your exams in year 10, have a look at those. They might be applicable to you as well. But that is all the information about weekly term sessions. All of you are booked on that are here, so thank you very much for booking on. I'm really excited to see you all next week. We're not starting this week. Had a few people ask if I'm starting tomorrow. I'm not. We're starting on Monday the 8th. What your team needs to bring. So I thought it'd be a really, really good idea to explain this. I am getting folders for everyone again, but I'm only going to issue your team with one folder. Before, they would have had 3 if they were coming to 3 subjects, but I'm just going to do 1 because quite often they get lost or they just won't come back to me. So I'm just going to give 1 out, even if you're doing 3 subjects. Please keep bringing that back each week, just so we can put everything in the folder and so it doesn't get lost. Please bring a pen. I know that sounds really silly, but the amount of times people didn't have pens was crazy. So please just make sure that your team brings their folder and pen minimum. I provide the paper and the resources that they need. So that's pretty much all they need. If they're coming for a maths class, it's quite important that they have their own calculator. I have got calculators if they don't have it on them, but their own calculator is really important, especially if we're doing lots of different practice questions. And for science, of course, maths is still important in science, so we do need that scientific calculator. I will, on the odd week in maths, ask for a math set to be brought in, but I'll let you know when that is. Okay, I've spent most of the summer organising this. I'm hoping it works right now. I will be sending out logins for this app that I have made this weekend. So I was intending to do it today, didn't work out, but I will be doing it for this weekend. As I'm sure you guys, you parents are aware, I've got a little 8-year-old girl and she only went back to school today, so it's very tough juggling everything. But right now I've got 3 days solid to work on this stuff. So the reason I created this app, a few reasons. One, because a lot of people were not doing assignments for me. So I'd set something after the class. So your team will be getting an assignment from me. Not necessarily a big one. It could just be a small one. but they just weren't doing them or they were forgetting about them. At the moment, the app is not on a phone, and I've done that on purpose. You can only access this particular app on a laptop or a desktop. So if there's anyone on here that doesn't have a laptop or a desktop, you'll have to let me know because I need to figure that out for you. But I wanted it away from a phone. Each student will get their own login. At the moment, this says student one, but you can edit everything on it. The biggest thing is that you'll be able to view assignments that I create for you. There's none in there at the moment because I haven't set any. Also, there is this function, which I'm going to go through now because over the weekend you can create this yourself, of making a revision timetable. So I'm going to do it really quickly, but I am going to upload a video on YouTube of how to do it in a much slower way. So this will cover year 7 all the way through to year 11. So whatever year you are, you just select which one. Enable study reminders will mean that it comes up on your desktop when you log in. And then you can pick your exam board. So I've done it for the exam boards that most of the students will do. Now, if you're just starting out in year 10, you may not know what all your texts are, but a lot of your teachers will know what text you're studying, and we can always edit those in later. I've also included the different exam boards for the sciences and triple combined, depending on what you're doing. I'm just doing this really quickly so that you have an idea of how this looks, because I think it's going to be really, really a good tool for your teen and for you as well, because there's parent logins. So the parent login is tied to your child's login, and you can basically see what they've been doing and also see their revision timetable. So rather than bits of paper or just not being succinct and know what they're doing, this should make it a bit more seamless. You can add a topic. I'm just going to put one in here. I'm just going to put human and physical for geography, but you can add loads of different topics on there. You can also add your clubs. I know a lot of you have a lot of clubs going on. So I'm just going to put football. I don't do football, but I know a lot of your kids do. So I'm just going to put that on Wednesday, 6 o'clock. Once you've done it, it generates your timetable. And it also goes to your learning style. Again, I'm just going to skip through this because it depends on you individually. And this then, it is a demo version that I've got on here. And it doesn't seem to be working very well. But you did see it where it all kind of blocks it out. I'm really sorry, that isn't very good of me. But let me see if it's up now. No. But it all fills it in. And then the idea is that when you have completed a section of it, that it says 10% done, an hour done, and it logs everything and you can see it, which is really, really good. So it will come up on the progress section here and that will show you what is going on. So I'm hoping that will be really helpful. I have spoken to a lot of people doing exams. Obviously, I've been doing exams, helping people with exams for years and years. And I think it should be a really useful tool. I'm not charging you guys for this either. So it's all part of your package, if you like, for signing up to the classes. And I'm going to be able to upload videos to supplement the assignments. Because quite often I had people saying to me, I don't know what it is, or I can't remember how to do the method. So again, I'm hoping it's going to be really effective for you. So that is that. So as I said, I will send through all of the links this weekend and also upload a YouTube video showing you everything in a lot more detail. So hopefully that is really going to help. This, by the way, is only going to last about 20 minutes, this webinar. A few people were asking me and I didn't actually mention that at the beginning. Feedback loop. Really important that you contact me if you are a parent or a student. I don't know who's watching at the moment. It's really important that you contact me if you are concerned about anything. It could be that you feel like your teen might be a bit not very focused. It could be that you're worried that the teacher isn't keeping on top of things, or you're worried about something else, whatever it is, I'm available to assist with lots of different things to do with school. Um, I will be sending emails out and information. I'll be setting up the logins, yeah, for the students, and then they can edit their names and also passwords and things like that. So yeah, don't worry about that. I will sort that out. Um, so yes, please do get in touch, and I may not reply instantly to any concerns that you have, but it is really important that you keep talking to me, because the worst thing in the world is we get to the end of the year and no progress has been made, or the worry that you would have had and you'd been like maybe worried about talking to me and you didn't, we could have dealt with it. So see me less as a teacher and more as a mentor and a coach for you to support your child and teen through what they're going through secondary school, because that's ultimately what my job is. Okay. Right, these are the additional services I offer. I do not have many slots for my one-to-one tuition. They're fully booked for the weekly slots. I don't have many. Every other weekend, I have about 4 slots. So if, again, you're coming up to exam and you would like maybe an extra hour to go through something like a text or a particular topic in maths, then we can arrange that at an additional price. We've also, I also support with revision prep. Obviously, you have that lovely app that will be ready for you by Monday, and you'll have the logins to check it all out over the weekend. But even that might not be enough, and your teenager might be really struggling with just sitting down and knowing what method to use. A few people have already booked in the hour and a half with me over the summer to just go through and blitz how to revise, what they should be doing, what websites, resources, that kind of thing. That takes time, and it's only one-to-one that I can really do that effectively with. So that is another thing. Future-proofing career clinic. Sounds a bit of a mouthful, doesn't it? I've got a little picture in the corner of AI. I don't think, or depending on how much you read up on this stuff, a lot of careers are going to be impacted by AI. And I'm sure you've heard about that in the news and all that kind of thing. So, one of the things I'm researching about a lot are careers for your kids where AI won't take over. And I think it's really important that you think about that when your teenagers are looking to their future. So, just find out what they like, looking at UCAS with them, that kind of thing. If you're not comfortable doing that with them, I've helped many, many kids go through that. Actually, last year, I had a girl doing physics, maths, and biology at A level, and she wanted to be a dentist, but she did her work experience at a dentist and hated it. So instead, she decided to do a bioengineering degree at Sheffield University. She applies because we had a chat about it. She was a past student. I'd worked with her for about 7 years, and she got a scholarship to do that because it was really rare that a girl would take up something like that. So it's knowing about those little things that can really help to get into university. But equally, I've had people that I've supported to think about apprenticeships, to think about other career opportunities that you may not know about, because it's been a long time since we've sat down in front of UCAS, or you guys have probably, and there's so much out there which is amazing for them. And sometimes schools aren't so good at doing that. So that's another additional service that I can help with. And just sort of open their eyes a little bit to other things, because once they have something that they're motivated for, they tend to do much, much better in terms of focusing, revision, and actually having a goal. And I'm sure we can all relate to that. Okay, 20 minutes over. Um, if you are happy with everything we've covered, I will say goodbye to you. But if you want to stick around and you have any questions at all, just put them in the chat box, or if you want to say something, that is also fine. But if not, I look forward to seeing you all next week. And yeah, have a lovely weekend. I'll just hang around for a little bit, but feel free to log off. You're welcome.